Denis, in a game where in the first period it was tough to get offensive chances going for the team, how awesome is it for you as a goalie to see your team bounce back and pull off the win?
It was nice, especially after that third goal I let in. Was not my best decision there, so the boys bailed me out there in the third. It was a real joy to see. Yeah.
What's the mindset for you kind of after the first period where you're kind of the main reason, one of the main reasons to keep the team in the game tied at 1?
I mean, it's hockey. It goes back and forth, especially the momentum, and the boys have proven that they can score goals like over the entire season. So, like, I know for a fact that if I can step up and keep them in that first period, I know they're going to score goals eventually. So I have confidence in the guys, and that helps a lot.
What have been some of the messages from your teammates throughout the season to support you?
Messages, I mean, they're just supportive, like especially the older guys. They know I'm first year here from Sweden, so they know it can be a little tough, and I've gotten a lot of support and positive feedback and help whenever I need it. It's nice. It's a good team.
For you personally, how do you feel your season is going from a play standpoint?
I mean, it's been a good start. Feel confident out there. We have a good team. It's really fun to play with these guys. A lot of wins. So, but, you know, it's hockey. It changes, and a season in general goes very much up and down. It's all about trying to be consistent, and there's a lot of work left. I'm gonna be ready for it.
So far this season, what has been the most fun aspect of being with this team?
The most fun, I mean, like I said before, it's nice playing in a team that you have confidence in. I mean, I know before every game that we have a very good chance of winning. Like, we got extremely good players here, and it's just up to me to do my job really, and usually the boys will come up with a couple of goals and win us the games.
Statistic-wise, save percentage, goals against, you're one of the top goaltenders in the AHL. Do you ever look at the stats, or do you try and just focus on your own game and all of that?
I try very hard to not know at all, like, my stats, because I feel like they give you sometimes a false vision of how you're playing, and it 100% keeps you away, makes you think about things you shouldn't think about, you know. So I try to stay away from that, but obviously, my parents and family, they all know, they sometimes slip up and tell me, or guys in the team, so you usually know roundabouts where you are, but it's not really, for me, it's really a team effort, especially save percentage. I mean, it's so much about how the team's playing, and we really played, stepped up for me when I've been playing, and it's been fun, yeah, so far.
Since you've been here, has there been any specific way you've evolved or changed your game, or is it still the same way Denis Hildeby would play as he did before?
I mean, I always try to improve. I feel like I've been using my explosiveness a little more, being more explosive in that, and using more power in my movements, and mentally always trying to improve, trying to work on the things I work on with my mental coach, and just get better, find peace up here, you know.
In a game where it was tough to generate offensive chances in the first, what does it say about the group to kind of flip the switch and get it going and pull off the win?
Yeah, we started off a little slower than we wanted, but you know, I think just throughout the game we had little opportunities here and there to create some offense, and I think during the second period we really kind of kept it simple, got pucks to the net, just got pucks deep, and I think that was the key to our success tonight.
How much momentum and confidence does it give a team when you have a goaltender like Hildeby shut things down in the first to keep you guys in it?
Yeah, Hildy's been great. Honestly, he's been the backbone of our team right now. Him and KP have been fantastic throughout this season for us, and without them, you know, I don't know, it'd be a lot closer games. But you know, they've been huge for us, and we're very thankful that we have them back there.
There was a stretch recently where it was hard for you guys to get goals. In the last 5 games, you guys have averaged approximately 5 goals a game here now, and it's coming from everywhere. What do you feel has kind of shifted?
I think just the confidence level of making plays, knowing when to make a play versus when to just dump it in and create some offense from grinding the puck down low, getting it to the D, shots on net. I think we're starting to make better decisions that way. I also feel like our D are jumping in the play more, which I think is fantastic. We have so many great skating, puck-moving defensemen back there that when they jump in the play, it just makes us more dangerous.
Speaking of defensemen kind of jumping in offensively, Topi Niemela has really exploded offensively lately. What have you learned about him in his first full year in the AHL?
Yeah, he skates very well. He's an unbelievable skater. He's got a lot of confidence back there. He's got a lot of poise with the puck, which you don't see a lot out of a person in their first year. And I think the ceiling's super high for him. I'm excited to see where he goes with it.
In a game where you guys started 11-7 and then lost a forward, from your perspective as a player, what's that like to manage just 10 skaters?
Yeah, I think we did a good job of it, keeping our shifts short, 30, 45 seconds, and just, being smart with our puck decisions, getting the puck deep, and just, especially on the breakouts too, not trying to be too cute, not trying to be too fancy, just chip it off the glass, go forward check, and I think that's what led to our success tonight.
What about you personally? How do you feel or what's kind of attributed to your recent success, especially in the offensive category?
Yeah, I think it's just, I feel like I'm skating a lot better, and I feel like I'm just, making smarter decisions. I still have room to grow and I still have room to improve, but, I'm happy with where my game's at right now, and I just want to continue to help these guys win no matter what it is. If that's scoring goals, making plays, or blocking shots, whatever I can do to help this team win.
What's it been like to see Alex Steeves now on a 16-game point streak?
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, 16 games is very impressive. I mean, he broke the record, 2 games ago, and he's just been so consistent for us. You're going to get every single night from him, and it's very impressive. He works his butt off every single day, so I'm excited to see that for him.
It was a tough start to the game for you guys in the first. But from your perspective, what changed to allow you guys to pull this win off in the second and third period?
Well, we didn't have our legs. We had there's no excuses in this game. I mean, every team kind of goes through it, but we did have a tough travel day. We had to spend an extra day in Boston, and some guys didn't get until yesterday afternoon. And we just were able to survive. Our goalie was good enough, and we just kept it to that 1-goal lead, and we were able to find our rhythm and our groove. And a lot of credit to our players and leadership group for making that happen.
Is there any specific messaging in that first intermission to kind of change the momentum, or is it just, certain things to focus on?
No, we gave them, I thought they sat back a little bit. We played pretty fast against them last time we played, and they were pretty hard on a 1-2-2 all over the ice, and we had to find a way to get the puck to the middle of the ice. So we gave them a couple of adjustments that we could make because there wasn't as much ice for us. So we had to find a way to get it there and then kick it out and have more pressure on the puck. And again, they executed that better in the second, and we were able to find a way at the end of the day.
If you look at the last 10 games or so, there was a time where it was a struggle to find goals, and all of a sudden in the last 5 games, you guys are averaging 5 goals a game. What do you think has shifted?
Well, I think confidence when it comes to that. I think, guys struggle with goal-scoring confidence. And I've always told them, and we've always told them as a staff, to make sure it's about your style of play and your chances if you're creating anything. But still, it's going to waver on your confidence to do so. So now it's good that they're feeling good about it, especially at this time of the year. So, when we do go on our break after the next game, they can feel good about their game, and we can go back to work once we get back after break.
From a coaching standpoint, you guys started the game 11-7 and then lost a forward in that first period there. So what's it like to manage just 10 forwards?
Yeah, I mean, we have to put guys in a position that they're still accustomed to playing with players, but at the end of the day, not overly playing players as well, and keeping all 10 involved. And it's a little bit of you got to do a little bit of a blender a little bit that you kind of have to use, but at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's complaining about ice time tonight.
At this point in the season, what's the biggest thing you've learned so far about the group?
Well, they're resilient. I'm fortunate to come into this group and have a pretty tight-knit, a lot of returning players, a lot of returning captains, and veteran leadership, which very fortunate. And again, it's been awesome. It's been great to work with them. very enjoyable. Every day is a new adventure, and they're always up for the task, and it's been exciting. We just got to keep it going.
What have you seen from Kieffer Bellows that's allowed him to have success on this PTO with you guys?
Well, I thought he was really good early, and then he kind of got away from who he was. Like he was looping a little bit, and we talked to him and showed him some things, and I'm glad that he's now back to doing that, because when he does these things, he's a pretty good player. So we want to make sure he's continues to stay focused and doing the things that are right away from the puck to allow him to have the puck more and put him in those situations.
Is there any update on Ty Voigt at all?
Ty, he went to see that he had an upper body injury. He is going to get reevaluated, and hopefully we have something more on him tomorrow.